Good morning. Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start this one just because we can usher ourselves on into the weekend. It is a Friday that I'm recording this, and I hate to put a timestamp on it because I know that some people are just kind of binging at times, but you need some context, just so you know and be able to gauge how I feel. Okay, because the weekend has never really been my weekend because I usually have, being a blogger and podcaster and all those things, I usually have to kind of get geared up. And one of the reasons I want to go ahead and push through this one is so I can go ahead and get geared up for the weekend and all the things that I need to do. I tried to straighten up my area a little bit last night to I'm reaching for an ink pen here. All right, so starting out with a blank page. First thoughts of the morning. One eye open, frog in my throat. A little bit. I've been ranting this morning. I woke up having finished my binge on Game of Thrones, so watching it, and apparently I had the same reaction to the current episode or the current episode once I got to the current episode. And I had watched it. I cheated a little bit and watched the current episode as I was in my binge, but trying to watch both at the same time, you really can't do it because you end up with too many questions. So I had to go back and finish the other episodes, and I realized yesterday I got all caught up, and so I said, "Oh, now I can go watch the current episodes and fully understand what's going on." Now I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm highly upset at Hollywood. I'm like, really? It get y'all. I'm telling y'all, go if you are a throner or whatever y'all call, go watch my timeline. And now I have to finish watching this thing because I need to know what happened. But then you know what? Listen, ain't no more black. Oh, spoiler! There's no more black women in it. So hey, I don't even need to watch it. Cancel my subscription to HBO. I'm telling you, let me talk. We're gonna talk about that. Because I didn't really have anything that normal. It really, I never have anything in mind that we want to talk about. We just kind of come on and start having conversations, and when we start having those conversations, then we just kind of write down or jot down. I was hoping my devices would lend itself to some connection back here. Okay, I do see that I have some connection. I was waiting to see if we landed on the various platforms and make sure the sound is down, just so I can kind of greet and say hello to everybody. The primary platform, let me say that because you know it is a multi-stream, but the primary platform we do this live on is Periscope, and then we run a couple of alternative platforms if we have issues there. So if some you can't hear us on there, you can go to YouTube as well as we have a Facebook page for how to get out of bed because this is a community. It is a community of those of us who have issues getting out of bed, starting our day. So we encourage each other. We kind of act as each other's accountability partners to make sure that we wake up. We find our great moments to be grateful, our gratitude of life. You know, the breath of life comes in. It's like find something right then. And I know even though I had to rant about that television show last night, I've tried to find something to be positive about. And being positive is a very small community, okay? There's a lot of which we can attach ourselves to on the negative side that's going on right now. So on a positive side, I hope everybody is getting up. I hope everybody has a lot to look forward to. Also, to put another timestamp on this one, we are a couple of days away from Mother's Day. Now, for me, I took Mother's Day week. I was like, listen, I just need a week when you get ready to move into a new season. I'm getting ready to move into a new season. Contradictions came in. I hope you guys have sight and sound. When I get ready to move into a new season, I have to. I feel like even if I don't, something will cause me to like bring everything to a halt. Are we going in the right direction? Like you check. It's time to check some things, right? And that's what the last couple of podcasts, scopes and podcasts, have really been about. We've been really diligent in creating these lists of things. First thing we checked was our temperature, the temperature for dignity, right? Yolanda, great morning to you too. We just checking a couple of things because I like to flow with the seasons, and spring is ushering its way in. We had a lot of rain yesterday, which means a lot got washed out. Hopefully, all the pollen for all my pollen sufferers, if you're here on the East Coast with me, we've got, so it's really, the day after rain is really like a brand new day. But it's really been a brand new day for me because I've been thinking like, oh man, I got to stop doing this. I need to start doing that. And it's hard sometimes to usher in. And let me say also, I'm doing this open air, meaning I'm not on the headset, so it may sound a little airy. Um, when you are doing things and it seems like you your focus, it just, you just have to, I don't know, I have to stop. I have to have that beginning, that middle, and end to what I'm doing. And for me, when I try to like just keep going and keep going and keep going, it just doesn't happen that way. Even though it looked like there's some continuance or some consistency, the consistency is there. Hey, Kim, I haven't seen you in a while. The consistency is there because you do the balances and the checks and stuff. And the first thing that popped in my mind was get mad. Because the first thing I did this morning was I got mad. But you know what? That's not really what I did. I released. Ooh, is that our word? I don't know. I don't know what word to write down. Because what I did was, I'm like, I need to release all of this so that I can go on with my day. I can't, like, not deal with it. Cause how I felt after watching that show, I'm like, let me go ahead and get these thoughts out the way. And that meant post them on social media. So that's probably reading my social media right now. Like, what? Hey, Curvy Chick, what's going on? So I had to release it. So get mad, release. I didn't write down these things, but because those are things. Move out. I wanted to move that out of the way. That's kind of what I want to talk about, but I don't know how to say it. Sometimes you have to go ahead and deal with some things so that you can move those out of the way, get that off the table. Man, I guess I need to write this down, right? I'm gonna write down get mad. I'm gonna write it down at the top here, right? For me, and all the things I've done over the years, and I remember way back in the day getting mad, getting angry, right? Angry, I'm gonna write down angry at this, right? There were things I would get mad and get angry about, but I was always that person to say, now how do I move from this? You got people, if we was to do our 60-30-10, the 60%, they just get mad, they stay right there, they're stuck. Have you ever met a person, every time you see them, they're talking about the same thing that they're mad at, they've done nothing about it, absolutely nothing, they carry it, they hoard it, they allow themselves to be bitter forever. Like, it's not a forever state. Mad is not a forever state. You got to get beyond. I'm going to write down get beyond, because if you don't immediately ask yourself, or even that person that you were in that anger state with, because a lot of times we're in an anger state with somebody else. I don't know if you've ever been often just mad and it's just you, right? There are circumstances that are involved, there are emotions sometimes that are involved, and there goes my little connection, which means I need to move to another place and I don't have time to. And I just want to go ahead and have this conversation. So when you get mad, if you don't, you have to immediately ask yourself, now how do I get beyond? If you're mad, how do you get beyond? How do you literally get beyond being mad? And I hope I have something to drink here. I got just a sip. Man, I'm looking at my cup. I'm like, man, I went to town. Okay, just gonna take a sip to wet my whistle. So get beyond, and this is not how to say it, but kind of I gotta write it down. I'll find another word when I get ready to write the book. Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way. Say it, express it. I'm gonna put that down. Say it, express it, and there's a time and a place to say it and express it, because sometimes you can say it at the wrong time, or you can express it too late, and then you can't fix it, because we're all about the fix. We're all about fixing it. We're all about correcting what happens. Because remember, I said if you get mad, it's usually a circumstance of involvement. It involves either somebody else or something in that scenario, and then angry. You get angry if you don't address it, and then you got to figure out how to get beyond it. And a lot of times you might not be it might be contingent upon another person. There's some things sometimes we can't do anything about it, because we're not holding, not necessarily the answer, but time is not on the side, like maybe there's some time and space. I'm gonna put that down. Time and space between you and that scenario. Time and space or person, right? So you can't fix it just yet. So you gotta learn how to compartmentalize it. You gotta learn how to put it to the side. And I know we always have to keep it moving. I know we all wish that life at times could just stop. Like I said, I just told you guys, I literally took this week. I was like, I gotta take this week. I know I need to pivot. I know I need to change some things. I know there's some things coming on the forefront, coming on the end here, and I gotta get ready for. And I had this other stuff. It's like, listen, it's always gonna either be a train wreck. The train is gonna collide if you don't get these trains on their right track. They can run side by side. They can run in opposite directions, but they can't run on the same track head on. It's gonna be a head on collision. Are you facing a collision? And a lot of times the collision could be something that we're mad about, but you can't fix it because it's not time, or you're not in the right space. You and that person are not, can't deal with it right now. So those kinds of things. And I see one device is having this connection issue, so I'm hoping that this is still going out. But I know that's on my end because for some reason I need to get a booster on my internet because it has started acting kind of catawampus. Is that a word? I think that I hear the people say that. It's acting weird, and I don't know if it's like the window. I don't know if it's like the season. I don't know if the satellite have moved, or I need to move my internet around or something like that. But definitely having some issues back here in the back. So, and then too, I've got families up and stirring and all that kind of thing. So, get mad, get angry, but let's get beyond. Let's get some things out of the way. Say it, express it in the right time. Let me write that down. The right time and space, not just time and space. We have got to learn to identify the right time. That's probably what this should be. That's it, right time. And I always say, when I start jotting these things down, if I can't go from top to bottom and bottom to top and it all makes sense, then it's not right. But that's what I want to talk about, the right time. That's what I should call this the right time. Because yesterday we just talked about, I can't talk about peace of mind on yesterday and then come over here and talk about get mad. So basically what I'm talking about is how do I get back to my peace of mind? If there are things that made you angry, if there are things that made you uncomfortable, if there are things that you need to get beyond, you got to look for the right time. You got to keep your eye out for the right time. I always think about somebody with one of those, not necessarily binoculars, but with a telescope. You got to look for the right time. Everything happens in its anointed, appointed time. We say that all the time. And it's got to be the right time. You can say something to somebody one day and they can't embrace it at all. You can say it to them, hey, good morning, Glory. You can say it to them on the right day, and everything comes together. No pushback. Nobody questions it because it's the right time. The right time is so important. I'm going to draw an arrow and put that up at the top because that's what it is. You can even get mad at the right time. There are days that you might get mad and everybody around notices it and wants to fix it for you. They don't want you to be mad. You could get mad at the wrong time and nobody care. You get mad, the next person get mad, now y'all all mad, nothing gets done. Good morning, happy Friday, she says. So that's why the right time is so important. And I think for us in talking about how to get out of bed, we are trying to figure out the right time. Like I went live on this podcast and I looked at the thing and I was like, it's gonna be a little bit early. But I mean, it's Friday. I got some things to do. I may have to go and jump. It's like, here's an opportunity. This might be the anointed, appointed time for me to do this because I've never said it coming at a particular time. I said it's when I get out of bed. It's when I wake up. It's my first thoughts of the morning or the afternoon, right? Because I know that when I do it, it's always the right. I'm always looking for the right time. And daughter took the dog out. I was like, oh, this is the right time. The house. She took the dog out. Still quiet. It's the right time. The leaf blower is not coming by. It's the right time, right? The dryer is not on right outside my door. It's the right time. A good connection on two devices. It's the right time. I understand what I need to talk about. It's the right time. Even though I'm mad about some things, the television show or other things, it's still the right time. I've checked the temperature of it being the right time. And so, and getting it done is going to allow me to get to what? My peace of mind in the right time. It's the right time. How much that's going on and happening around you right now, that's going to be our exercise of the day, is the right time. You get in traffic. Have you ever gotten in your morning commute? And you got in, and next thing you know, you call all the green lights, and you arrive a whole 30 to an hour early, 30 minutes to an hour early, or you got there and you realize your stress level didn't get as high as it normally gets. Your blood pressure is still cool, you're still chilling, and you're able to go in and you're able to just start off your good day. And then next thing you know, it's the end of the day. Everything in that day has just gone well, and now you're back home and your peace of mind, right? And then the next day you try to do it all. You're like, wait, what time did I get? What time did I do that? Wait, I was 5 minutes late, but I got in the right time. Let me just go ahead and add that. Let me change up some things instead of jumping out there 30 minutes and sitting in. Because a lot of times you can get in traffic. Let's say you're trying to leave 30 minutes early. You could still become an hour late. You can leave 5 minutes late and make it an hour early. That's how this thing is. I swear to you, when it's the right time, and let's talk about this, the right reason. When it's the right time and the right reason, I'm going to write down the right reason. Because we're going to pick back up on some of these things. And one of the reasons we jot down all of this, because we come back and we do a deep dive. Maybe there's in the future podcast, like we've done many a times before, that whole listening. Listening, we've been talking about listening. You know, how do you know it's the right time? Listen. Trying to get people to listen more is hard, because I know that was a hard thing for me. I remember one entire year, I was told and coached upon to listen. Just listen. You're always the leader. You're always the talker. You're always, the one that is the smartest in the room, and this kind of thing. Take a year to just kind of listen. Now, and I did that. And I was like, whoa, all this is going on when I'm talking? You mean I don't have to be the one to volunteer for everything? You mean I don't have to be the one to have all the solutions? This year for me is a listen year. I do my little podcast. I say what I gotta say. I do what I gotta do. But I really sit back and listen. When I go into spaces and places, I really take a listen. Because if you don't listen, you can't monitor. If you don't listen, you won't know. You learn nothing talking. Learn absolutely, unless you're asking a question. And some people don't even know how to phrase a question. They don't know how to leave a question open-ended. I'm really good. I'm really good at saying something and leaving it open-ended. But if you don't listen, you don't learn. You cannot learn without listening. You cannot. I'm talking on this podcast. I don't even see everybody coming in. Dwayne just came in. Glory Contradiction. I have to listen. Even though I am on here and I'm live streaming, I'm podcasting, I'm doing all this. I'm the one talking and jotting down all this, I'm making the notes. I still have to listen. There's still an effort to listen. Because I tell people all the time, it's like, just because I was doing the podcast doesn't mean that I even had the antidote for the day. Doesn't even mean that I had the answer for how to get out of bed today. And I don't come on here thinking I need that. I don't walk around thinking I have to be the one. There was a time I did. There was a time I had to have it all, and it literally drove me crazy, because that's a lot of responsibility, a lot of accountability. But I've always had a lot of responsibility. I've always tried. I'm that person. I try to be accountable, especially for anything that has my name on it. But that's it can become exhausting when you can't find anybody else to help shoulder some of the burdens, some of the responsibilities. So, and we get into that all the time. So that's why I am that person. I haven't invented. That's why I am. Well, I just got a calendar notification. That's why I am that person who walks in the room with trying to help with solutions, because I've had to come up with a lot of solutions over this lifetime of mine. So that's why I said, well, here's the solution for how to get out of bed. There's a lot of people coaching and telling you how to do all this kind of stuff. I'm just here to help you get out of bed. I'm just here to help you get out of bed, start your day, because I'm there at the end of your day. I'm there listening. I'm there, and I hear and I see all the things that you say that is going on in your day. I'm there when you feel depleted. I'm there when you feel that there are no resources. I'm there. I hear it when you say nobody's doing this and nobody's doing that. So I said, well, you know what? Rather than wait till all those things happen, let me meet you at the start of your day. Let me let you know at the start of your day where there are resources. Let me let you know at the start of your day how to get out of bed. Let me let you know at the start of your day that there are people who are out there to help you have your peace of mind, to help you. There are people out there that are doing kind deeds and gestures. Let me meet you at the beginning of your day to help you formulate positivity. Let me meet you at the beginning of the day to help you get into your commute and feel better about what it is that you have to do today. Let me meet you at the beginning of your day to help you get over FOMO, fear of missing out. You ain't missing out on nothing. I know you're looking at everybody's timeline, honey. We all make a post and make it look good. But you're not missing anything because you guess what? You got the same next few minutes, next few hours, next few days. And if you keep living life as if you have nothing, you will have nothing. If you keep living life to think that you don't deserve it, you won't deserve it. You keep living life to think you can't be happy, you won't be happy. If you keep living life thinking you can't get out of bed, you won't get out of bed. Because guess what? All of these things, it's thoughts. It's the thoughts that we have. It's controlling the thoughts that we have. In any minute, in any instance, you could tell yourself, I could think that thought a different way. I could see this a different way. It might not be the right time. You want something, it might just not be time for it yet. Doesn't mean forever. It might not be the reason. You might want it for the wrong reason. That happens to us a lot. We want it for the wrong reason, right? If you want it for the wrong reason, even if you get it, you won't be satisfied because you want it for the wrong reason, and nothing satisfies the wrong reasons. It's gonna be hard. You get it. It's gonna be hard to hold on to it. It's gonna be hard to enjoy it. It's gonna be hard to have it, to keep it, to hold it, because you got it for the wrong reason. Or if you get it at the wrong time, it's gonna come. It's gonna go. You're gonna be like, wait, what happened? I'm just here to tell you from hindsight, that's how life is. But then here comes a new day. Here comes a new day. You can get out of bed. You can go do something different. You can go meet some new people. You can meet some different people. You can have some different thoughts. Even if you get mad, you can get beyond. Even if you get mad, you get beyond. You can get it out of the way. You can say it. You can express it in the right time, in the right space, at the right time, for the right reason. The right time. Guess what? It's the right time to get out of bed. Guess what? I got some other things that I have got to do, that I want to do, that I need to do. And so I said I want to get in here and get this one done. And because I'm looking around and I got these corner stashes of stuff going on in my room. And I started last night. You know, when you start trying to straighten up something, you make bigger messes. And now light has shone through yonder window at the mess I have made. So I'm going to go and take on my day. My hair is all over my head because I caught myself trying to do some twists. I took those out last night. And I can't wait to go luxuriate. I'm going to start my day by luxuriating in my Natural Soap by Zakia, which is a supporter of this podcast. And so I want to thank you guys for some of you went right to the website and checked it out. Why? Because by listening to Dryer Buzz, you get to save 10%. You get to save 10% when you shop right now at Natural Soap by Zakia. Now I use the Luscious Lemon, which is a whip soap. I'm also opening today. I'm gonna try the activated charcoal. I'm gonna try the activated charcoal kaolin clay one. I've been also using the triple butter blend. The triple butter blend is the one that if you want that all natural oils, no fragrance, because you got a great perfume and cologne collection. You want to try that. But if you want a nice fragrance soap, honey, that Luscious Lemon open your senses and really get you started. But today I am going to try, because what I normally buy, because I can't decide, and if you watch Natural Soap by Zakia on live stream making the soap, you're like, I want to try this and I want to try that. So I usually order the sample kit, and I get 2 sample kits, because by the time the delivery makes it to me, the family's gone in and picked out their bars. So I usually get the sample kit, one, because they're great travel sizes, and I know it's summertime and you guys are traveling. So get the sample kit. I get 2 of those, and that way I get to try all the new bars, because what she puts in the sample kits is some of the pieces of the new bars. Sample kit is a smaller size bar. It's basically a travel personal size bar of soap. And you could try that. She also has some other trial sizes and other, if you've not yet tried natural soap. One of the main reasons I love the natural soap is I don't have to scrub the shower, because natural soap, it rinses out the body clean, it rinses out the shower clean, okay, and the tub. And she also has bath bombs and all that kind of stuff. But listen, most importantly, she's one of our Buzz partners and has decided that she will be a supporter of How to Get Out of Bed, the podcast. And the best way to get out of bed is if you do the nighttime luxuriating, then you probably slept really good. If you're like me, jump in the shower, get it going in the morning, honey, come on with me. No, you can't come with me because I'm going into my shower. You need to go into yours. But thanks so much to Natural Soap by Zakia, a supporter of How to Get Out of Bed. Again, your 10% discount with the code DryerBuzz when you go to Natural Soap by Zakia, ZAKIA.com. Today, our exercise for the day, for the rest of the day, is just check your time. Check your time. If you find that you get mad, immediately try to figure out how you're going to get beyond. Say it, express it if you need to, but do make sure it is the right time and space, because the right time will help you get beyond. And make sure it's for the right reason. Make sure that anything that you're doing today, make sure, just check it. Is it the right time? But most importantly, is it the right reason? Because if it's the right time and the right reason, it's really yours. It's really and truly yours. And the universe is going to make sure you get it. Again, if you are catching this as a replay or a podcast and you want to engage with us live, come on over and catch us. Our primary platform, we go live on this Periscope, alternative platforms. If you have issues there, you can check it out on YouTube as well as Facebook. And then, of course, when we get done, we turn it into an amazing audio and put it on your favorite podcast platforms. And that's literally means that we got you covered everywhere. No In the Kitchen with Dryer Buzz this week. It's Mother's Day week, and I took the week off, and it's Friday. Hopefully I'm headed out for a manicure, even though it's a rainy day in Georgia, but that's okay, because it's still the right time, and we are about to live this day for the right reason. So let's get beyond some of this stuff. All right. I think that's gonna do it for us. I was trying to tick this clock down, and it's still going, but I've got to go. So enjoy and listen. You know, I need you to do me one more favor, just one more favor, and that is
go now to DryerBuzz.com and follow @DryerBuzz on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's all about the buzz.